Okay, good evening. So please kindly tell them to join so that we finish fast. I'm doing something. Okay. Right, so let's say in 5 minutes time, then we begin. Yeah. So just tell them to start joining so that we can begin as early as possible. I know you all have something to do, right? Yeah. So let's do that. All right. So good evening, everyone. I hope we are all doing well. Yes. So we are going to have a session on working with individuals. That is social case work. Yes. So our exam comes off, God willing, Friday, and as Doug rightly explained to you guys that it will be in the form of MCQ. So let's all get prepared. So what we are going to do this evening is to just run through some sample MCQs questions regards to working with individuals. So let's start, then we can finish on time so that I know some are preparing one or two things. We can all go and get prepared for our things. Okay. So before I proceed, please kindly let me know if my voice is okay. Can you hear me? Kindly let me know at the chat session if my voice is okay. You can hear me. Please, am I here? Is the voice okay? Okay. So I think Gladys says yes, it's okay. All right. So okay, Sharifa also says we can hear you. James say it is low. James, are you sure that it's low? Because the rest are all saying it's okay. But I hope now it's fine, right? Or it's too low. Let me know if it is fine or it's too low. Okay. Okay. So Pound says it's okay. All right. Now let's move on. So as we all know, um the course code is SOC 257. That is working with individuals, which is also the same as casework, right? Now this semester we've done so many things. We started from the history of working with individuals, that's the history of casework. From there, we move on to needs assessment. Are you okay? Now we also move on to social case work. Are you okay? From there, we try to understand how we are able to collect data from our clients. That is um, interview. So through interview, we are able to collect data from our clients. Are you okay? Now from there too, we also learned about some of the stages. Are you okay? We have the mediative stage, the preventive, and also the restorative. We learned about all these things under casework. So we also got to learn about the 5 P's. Are you okay? That is the people, the process, and so on and so forth. So we learned about all these things within this semester. And now the time of accountability has come for us to go and showcase what we've learned throughout the semester. So this semester, as you all know, it wasn't something very big. All the things that we learned was very okay, very moderate for our comprehension. And I think the good thing is that we are going to do MCQs, and the bad thing is that we are going to do MCQs. So that is it's like a better sweet combo. Let me put it that way, because it's good you are going to do MCQs, and also it's bad you are going to do MCQs. Are you okay? But then the final answer lies on you. So it will be very good if you do well, or if you put in much effort, and it will be very bad if you also put in what low effort. So the end will surely justify the means. Are you okay? So let's just run through the sample questions. So they are all MCQs, and I think they are about 150 or 120 or so. So we are just going through, okay, the questions. Then when we go through, we all, as we did it the last time. So when I read the questions, then you just choose your answer at the chat session. So read the session, the question, then the answer that you think is the correct or the rightful answer to the question, you just type it at the chat box as we did the last time. I know you know the trend already, so I don't have to talk plenty. Okay. So please let's move on to our first question. Yeah. So definitely we have an instruction here that each question has one correct answer from the 4 options. That is from A to D. So questions cover all topics taught from week 1 through to the final lesson. Are you okay? So we should carefully read each question before selecting your answer. Yes, so you have to make sure that you read the question well before you select your answer. Don't just go straight on and select the answers without reading it what verbally and also verbatim. You get it? All right. Now section A, that is, I actually categorize these questions based on the sessions. That is, the lecture notes or the slides. Are you okay? So the session A here is on the history and foundation of social work or casework. Okay. The session A is on the history and foundations of social casework. So basically, anything at this session A is about the history. Are you okay? Now the first question says that who is credited with the first using the term casework in social case literature. Now we have the answers there. We have Mary Ellen Richmond, we have Jean Adams, we have Dorothea Dix, we have Florence Nightingale. So please, which is the answer? Yes, as I want you to comment um, so that we can get it. Okay, we can get it. All right, all right. Now, please, what's the answer for the first question? I can see FEA saying Mary Ellen Richmond. I can see Adoma also saying it's A. Um, Miss Jess is also saying Mary Richmond. So it means that is the answer for the question one, right? So that's the answer for the question. Question one is A. Question one is A, right? Now let's move on to question two. Question two says that in which book did Mary Richmond first use the term casework? So in which book did Mary Ellen Richmond first use the term casework? So what book was the term casework used in or used under? What book? So question number two is what? So the options are the street children, social diagnosis, the art of helping, social reform. So the answer to question two is what? Is social diagnosis. So social diagnosis is the book that Mary Ellen Richmond used the term social casework inside. Okay, so that is option B. So number two is B. Now let's go to question number three. Number three, I thought I know it will be something something. All right. Now number three says that Mary Ellen Richmond presented at the National Conference in Charities and Corrections in which year? So number three is asking which year did Mary Ellen Richmond presented her book on social casework at the NCCC? Which year was that? Which year was that? Question number three. Which year was that? Please, which year was that? Question number three. Hmm. Very interesting. We are getting different answers. I like that. All right. So which year was that? Question number three. Which year did Mary Ellen Richmond presented um, her book, that is social casework, at that NCC conference? Okay. So the year was 1897. Okay. So the year was 1897. So that is option C. So number three is option C. Okay. It's option C. Now let's go to question number four. Question number four. Okay. So four says that according to Mary Ellen Richmond, social diagnosis is best defined as, according to Mary Ellen Richmond, social diagnosis is best defined as. So what is social diagnosis best defined as according to Mary Ellen Richmond? Question number four. So it's best defined as what? Question number four. So yes, so the answer for question number four is B. So the attempt to arrive at the exact definition of the social situation and personality of a given client. So the answer to question number four is B. Is B. Is B, right? Okay, let's go to question number five. Okay, number five says that which of the following is the first step in Richmond's sequence of casework diagnosis? So according to Mary Ellen Richmond, she brought about a sequence of casework diagnosis, that we have a step that we have to go through before we can do diagnosis. So what is the first step in making diagnosis according to Mary Ellen Richmond? That's question number five. Okay, which one is the answer? Number five. Which one is the answer for question number five? All right, so I can see Miss Jess, I can see Lordina, Dave. So we are all saying is what? Is C. So we are all correct. So interview with the client. Because if you want to do diagnosis with clients, the first thing is to do is to interview them. Now through the interview, you ask them questions. You probe for them to tell you or for them to narrate their story to you. Are you okay? And that is how you'll be able to do diagnosis of a client situation. You have to do probing. And how is probing done? Through interview with the client. Okay, so that's question number 5. Now, number 6 says that social casework is defined as a method employed by social workers to help individuals find solutions to problems of what? Problems of what? So social casework is defined as a method used by social workers to help individuals find solutions to problems of, now we have a financial adjustments, we have social adjustments, we have political adjustments, and also legal adjustments. So what is the answer for question number 6? Number 6 is what? Question number 6. So when you are typing the answer, please add the question number to it so that I will know. You see, it's a chart, so sometimes it doesn't go early. So you add the question number to it, so I will know that, okay, now you are referring to this question. Are you okay? So I will know, I can distinguish between the answers. All right. So what is the answer for question number 6? So the answer for question number 6 is what? Is B. Yes. So Pounds, I like how you've done it. So that's how it's supposed to be. Yes. Dave, I also like how you've done it. Mary, the same thing. Thank you very much. All right. So question number 6 is B. That's social adjustments. Okay. Okay. All right. So that's question number 6. All right. Now let's go to question number 7. Question number 7. So question number 7 reads, which of the following is an example of a long-term casework? Which of the following is an example of a long-term casework? So what is the answer for the question number 7? So the answers are, or the options are, single counseling session, we have crisis intervention, we have working with drug addicts, we have health screening. So among all these things, which one do you really think it has a long-term casework process? So the answer for the question number 7 is C. So when we are working with drug addicts, because of how that condition is, it's not, we can't use a short-term process to do with what a client who is a drug addict. So it normally requires what a long-term casework process, because you have to do the intervention in what, in phases, and doing it in phases requires a long-term casework. So that is the answer for question number 7. So question number 7 is C. So I like how you've done it. So Lodina, Mary, Mace, yes. So I think I like how you've categorized the answer as I explained. Now, how many key elements does the helping process of casework comprise of? How many key elements? Question number 8. How many key elements does the helping process of social casework comprise? How many key elements? Question number 8. How many key elements? How many key elements? Now, I hope you all know the elements. Remember, these elements came in your mid-semester, right? You remember the elements came in your mid-semester. So question number 8 is what? What is the answer for question number 8? So the elements are 5. If you remember, if you quite remember it well, the elements are 5. So we have 5 key elements. Okay. Now you know the 5 P's, right? Yes. So that is the elements we are talking about. So the answer for question number 8 is C. That is 5. Okay. Now let's move on to the next question. Question number 9. Okay. So question 9 says that the 5 key elements. So you see, 9 is even giving you a clue to question number 8. So 9 says that the 5 key elements of social casework are best captured by which acronym? So what acronym is used to describe the 5 key elements? What acronym? What acronym is used to describe the 5 key elements? What acronym? What acronym is used to describe the 5 key elements? So you see, as you can see there, it is very simple. So that is what? Option C. That's PPPP, right? The 5 P's. That is the acronym for the 5 key elements, because they are all P's. Are you okay? And I hope you can name them, right? So we have process. Are you okay? We have people. You know the rest. So that is the 5 P's we are talking about. All right. Now, question number 10 says that in social casework, the person refers to. So, who is the person if you are talking about social casework? So, in casework, who is referred to as a person? Who is referred to as a person in social casework? In casework, who is a person? When we say a person in social casework, who is a person? That's question number 10. So, in casework, when we say a person is who, please? A person is what? The answer is option C. So a person is a client who has a problem and seeks help. So the option C is the answer for question number 10. Now let's move to question number 11. So 11 says that in professional language, in professional language, a problematic person is called what? In a professional language, who is a problematic person in professional language? Question number 11. So what are the answers for question number 11? So the options are A, problem bearer, B, problem suffering person, C, dysfunction career, D, case study subject. So in a professional language, a problematic person is called who? The option or the answer for the question number 11 is B. Is B, problem suffering person. So that is B. Okay, so the question number 11, the answer is B. Someone says 10 is C. Please. Okay, yes, 10 is C. But right now we are on question number 11. So 11 is what? Is B. All right. Now let's go to question number 12. Number 12. So 12 says that according to Paul B. Hatton, a problem dash. So according to Paul B. Hatton, a problem dash. So A, problem exists only among the poor. B, problem is unique to developing countries. Problem exists anywhere, anytime, and affects any person. And D is primarily what? Caused by mental illness. So the option C is the answer for question number 12. Option C is the answer for question number 12. So a problem exists anywhere, anytime, and affects any person. Are you good? Are you good? So that is the answer for question number 12. Now, number 13. Number 13. 13 says the two kinds of problem identified in social casework are. So, what are the two kinds of problem that are identified in social casework? What are the two kinds of problem that are identified in social casework? Question number 13. So, the two kinds of problem are intrapersonal and also interpersonal problem. So, the answer for question number 13 is what? Is B. Is B. Someone is saying C. Please, it's not C. Question number 13. Intrapersonal and interpersonal. So please, Dave, it is rather B, not C, please. All right. Number 14. Okay. So please, if you just join the session, make sure you like the session, okay, as you continue. And if you haven't subscribed to the page, make sure you do so as well. Question number 14 says that an intrapersonal problem is one, then dash. So when we say an intrapersonal problem, what is intrapersonal problem? What is an intrapersonal problem? So when we say intrapersonal problem, is what? What is the answer for question number 14? So it's a problem. All right. So the answer for question number 14 is what? Question number 14 is B. So when we say problem is intrapersonal, it means that that problem relates to one's own personality or self and does not affect others. So that is what? Intrapersonal, within yourself, affecting you as an individual, but not those around you. That is what? An intrapersonal problem. Good with that. Are we fine? All right. Now let's move on to question number 15. So 15 says that in social casework, what is place? So place refers to, you see, place is one of the P's. Now, one of the P's, we have what? We have people, we have place, are you okay? We have process, and we have professional. Are you okay? So these are all the P's. So when we say um, place, what are we trying to refer to? So when we say place in social casework, a place is what is any agency which will offer social services. So the answer for question number 15 is C. A place is any agency which refers what social, which offers social service. So that is a place. A place. Please, I hope we are good. Okay. Now let's move on to. So please, now under the history, are you okay? Under the history of social casework, we had 15 questions under it. So under the history and foundation of social casework, we've had 15 questions under it, and we've all gone through them systematically, and we've all solved them ourselves. Are you okay? Now, this is the end of the part one. That's of the session. That is the history and foundation of social casework. Now, the last question was in social casework, place refers to. Now, we know that a place is any agency which social services. Now, that is all for the history and foundation of social casework. Please, I hope we are good. Please, are you fine with this? Are you fine? Please, are you fine? Let me know if you are fine. Okay. And please, if you just join the session, make sure you like the session. Just join, make sure you like, and let me know if you are fine. Are you fine? All right. Make sure you like as you join. Okay. All right. Great. Then please let's move on to the next aspect of it. Now we are moving to section B. Section B is talking about continuation of the first one. So number 16 says that continuation of the first one. So number 16 says that how many kind of agencies are identified in social casework? So how many kinds of agencies are identified in social casework? So you see, under social casework, several agencies were identified, but then the key agencies that were identified under social casework were three. Okay, so the answer for question number 16 is B. So 16 is B, right? 16 is B. 16 is B. Okay, 16 is B. All right. Now, number 17. 17 says that government agencies in social work are, are characterized by, so government agencies in social work are characterized by, so when we say this agency is a government agency, what are its characteristics? So what are the characteristics of a government agency? Question number 17. So please, what's the answer for question number 17? The answer for question number 17. 17. Yes. So I like how you are following. I like how you are following. So number 17 is what? Is B. So when we say government agencies, it's being fully financially supported by the government and having an accountability what? System. So that is the option or the answer for question number 17. So 17 is B. 17 is B. Wait. Question number 18. Question number 18. So 18 says that which of the following best describe non-governmental organization, that is NGO? So which of these options above or below the question best describes a non-governmental organization? So that's question number 18. So option A says that they are fully government funded. B says that they are fully financially supported by public donations. C says that they are accountable to the government and for expenditures, and D says that they employ only paid professional staff. So what is the answer for question number 18? Question number 18. Yes, question number 18. Yeah, so I like how you are responding. Yes, so I see Joshua, I see Christiana, I see Laurentia. Yeah, so that is the chat I see right now currently. So the answer for question number 18 is B. Is B. Is B. 18 is B. Okay. Now question number 19. 19 says that 19 says that in NGO or in NGOs, who is considered the main force of operation? So what is the answer for question number 19? So in NGOs, who is considered the main force of operations? Okay. Okay, so all right. So okay, so question number 19. In NGOs, who is considered the main force of operations? Okay. So the answer for question number 19 is what? Okay, so 19, I can see Christiana, I can see Gladys, I can see Laurentia, I can see Mavis, I can see Ella, I can see David. All right. So that is it. That is it. I think we are all getting it very well. Okay. I can see I can I can see as a whole. Okay. So the answer for option 9 for question 19 is what? Is C. 19 is C. 19 is C. 19 is C. I can see Mandy. Yeah, I can see Mandy. If I don't mention the person will be C. I can see Mandy. Right. Okay. Now question number 20. 20 says that semi-government organizations differ from government agencies because so question 20 is trying to draw the dichotomy or the differences between a semi-government organization and also a government agency. So what is the difference between these two, semi-government organization and also a government agency? Okay. So question number 20, what's the answer for question number 20? Question number 20. Question number 20. What's the option or the best option for question number 20? So 20 is what? 20 is B. They are started by the people and receive partial government financial support. So I can see Rahina International. I can see Laurentia. I can see Mavis. I can see Mandy, David, hmm, Gladys. It's okay. That's the current that I have right now. All right. So question number 20, as we've all agreed, is B, right? B. Now let's go to 21. 21. 21 says that a typical government funding arrangement, a typical government funding arrangement. 21 says that a typical government funding arrangement in semi-government organizations, is, so what is the answer for question number 21? 21, I'm looking, this one there, I'm just looking who will get it correct. Question number 21, what is the answer? Question number 21. So mostly when we say, so the answer for question number 21 is what? Is C. So when we say semi-government, mostly is 70-30. Okay. So 30 from the government and 70 from the organization. Okay. So I can see Joshua, I can see Pounds, I can see Mandy, I can see let me look at the name. I can see chat this one I can't mention. I can see Mavis. Yeah. I can see Judith. Yes. All right. Okay. Mary, I can see Mary. All right. So the option for the question number 21 is what? Is C. So 21 is C. Now let's go to 22. 22 says that government agencies ensure their expenditures are monitored through. So what is the monitoring lens of government expenditure or government agencies? So government agencies ensure their expenditures are monitored through. So question number 22 is what? The answer for question number 22. Government agencies ensure their expenditures are monitored through. What is the option for question number 22? What's the best option for it? So through an accountability system. So question number 22 is B. Okay, so B, I can see Christy, I can see Miss Jess, I can see Gladys, I can see Dave, Rahim, Na International, I can see Judith, I can see Mary. So we are all following. That's very great. Please, if you're on the session, kindly like the session, okay? We are 50 on the session. We have 20 likes. So at least our numbers should tell you with the likes, okay? So if you haven't done that, kindly do this right now. Just a click. Then we will go. All right. Question number 23. 23. Social services. Social services. Social service agencies. in casework deal primarily with problems at. So when we say social services or social service agencies in casework, they deal primarily with problems at. So at what level does the social service agency deal with problems? At what level? 23. Question number 23. What's the answer? Question number 23. So with the social service agencies, they deal with problems at the individual level problem. So 23, it's C. 23 is C. Yes, I can see Mavis, Rahina, Laurentia, Gladys. I can see timeline with DK. This one here. All right, that is it. So question number 24. 24 says that the place, so you see the place is one of the P's under the element. So you see the elements has 5 P's. We have people, are you okay? We have professionals, we have place, we have problem, and we have process. So they are what? They are 5 P's. Now 24 says that the place in casework includes which of the following relationship. So when we say place, what are we trying to talk about? When we say place, what is place? So question number 24, what's the answer for question number 24? When we say place, what is place? When we say place, the answer is what? Is person to person to family, person to group, and person to what? To situation. This one, right from our slice, is inside. All right. Okay. So I can see Sahada, can see Gladys, Christy. Oh, 23, we answered though. Mandy. You see, you were not following. So 23, the answer for 23 is what? Is individual level problems. Individual level problem. That's what that is 23. All right. Okay. So please, if you join the session, kindly like the session. And if you haven't subscribed to, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Okay. 25, 25. Question number 25. So 25 says that the purpose, the purpose of agencies in the place element of casework is to help those individuals whose the purpose of agencies in the place element of casework is to help people or individuals whose, so what is the best option for question number 25? 25 is what? So the options are A, income levels are below poverty line. B, nominal function in daily life is disturbed. C, criminal records need expunging. Then D, educational needs are unmet. So the best option or the best answer for question number 25 is what? Is normal functioning in what? Daily life is disturbed. So when individuals are facing disturbances in their normal day-to-day affairs, that is where they go to the agencies to seek for help. Okay. So the best option for question number 25 is B. So 25 is B. Okay. All right. Now this brings us to the end of the second session. That is on the agencies of social casework. Please, are you good? Please, are you okay? Are you okay, please? Please, are you good with how we are going by it? Are we fine with how we are going by it? Let me know if you are fine, okay? So just respond to me at the chat box so I will know we are fine. All right. So as you know how you always do it, I will need 5 people to respond for me to know we are fine, so we can move on. So now I've seen Gladys respond, David response, I've seen Laurentia respond. So I've gotten 3. So 2 more to make it 5. Then we go. At least if 5. Hey. Okay. Mary says good. Okay. All right. Then I have Gladys. Okay. That is it. All right. So please make sure you like the session. Okay. Make sure you like the session. Just like the session as we continue. Now let's move on to option C. Now you see, we are doing it in options. And at every session, we are doing it in sessions, and at every session we have what we are going to tackle under. So this makes it very, very easy for us to learn. Okay. Now the session C is what? Casework process. That is when we are using the Perlman's model. So the casework process. So the process of casework. That is what we are going to talk about currently or right now. So 26 says that the process of casework as given by H. Perlman consists of how many phases? So how many phases do we have according to H. Perlman? So according to Perlman, how many phases do we have in social casework? How many phases? So 26 is what? What is the best option for option number 26? So 26 is what? The best option is what? Is B. Okay. And please, I want you to list the three that we all agree. So the three process. What are the three process according to H. Perlman? So the best option for question number 26 is B. That is what? That is three, right? So three is the answer. But then what are this casework process? What are they? So we have what? We have one. I want you to start, then I will finish with it. Or I should start then you finish with it. Anyway, good, right? So we have steady, right? And what again? So what are these three processes according to H. Perlman? What are they? Now we know the answer for question number 26 is B. That is three. Now we want to mention the three. What are they? So we have study, we have diagnosis, and what? Treatment. So these are the three process of casework according to H. Perlman. So there are three. We have study, we have diagnosis, and also what? Treatment. So from study, we move on to our diagnosis, and at each phase, we know what entails there. Okay, I don't have to explain because we are going to do MCQs. But then it's good that you know them. Maybe let me explain because maybe the next question we don't know what we will expect. So at the study phase, that is the first what interaction session. That is where the practitioner or the caseworker has a face-to-face interaction with the client. Now you try to through interviews, you try to understand the client's presenting issue or problem. Are you okay? Now the client will narrate their story to you. At that phase, we have engagement. We make engagement with the client to try to understand their needs. Okay, so that is the study stage or process. Now the second stage is what is diagnosis. So at the diagnosis stage, that's where you are trying to understand the problems that they are facing. What are their needs, and which needs is the most pressing one? Are you okay? That's the diagnosis phase. Now, the treatment is where we try to design an intervention to address these needs that we've identified at the diagnosis phase or stage. So these are the three process of casework given by H. Perlman. All right. Now let's move on. Question number 27. So 27, is it 27? I didn't know the question number 27, no, but see the question there. It says that is it we've already answered the question number 27. Is according to Perlman, the three phases of casework process are, now we've already mentioned them. Honestly, I didn't know it's the next question, but then now it's there. Yes, so what is the answer for question number 27? 27 is what? This one we've already mentioned, so I think it's easy to go. Right? 27 is B. We've already mentioned them. Yes. So study, diagnosis, and treatment. All right. Let's move to question number 28, since we know the 27 already. Okay, 28 says that in the study phase, now you see the explanation I just gave. In the study phase, information is what? Primarily collected through, so at the study phase, we collect what? Information. So what process is used to collect the information at the study phase? So what is the best option for question number 28? Question number 28 is what? 28. So 28, so um I've seen Mandy, I've seen Al Hassan, right? I've seen Rahina, Joshua, David, Mavis, Pounds, Gladys, Law. So we are all correct, right? So the best option is what? Option C, because it is through interview that we primarily get information or we collect information from our clients. Okay. Now, question number 29. 29 says that when the client is unable to provide information, the caseworker tends to dash. When the client is unable to provide information, the caseworker tends to dash. So what is the best option for option or question number 29? 29, 29. What is the best option for question number 29? So when a client is unable to give us full details of their issue, now we turn to what? To secondary sources such as their family, their friends, and also their relatives. So the best option for option number 29 or question 29 is what? Is C. So 29 is C. All right. Now, question number 30. 30 says that in the study phase, the focus of the initial interview includes all the following except. So at the study phase, we do interview, and during the interview, we collect something from the what? From the client. So which among these is not collected from the client at the study phase? So what is the best option for question number 30? What's the best option for question number 30? Question number 30. Question number 30. Question number 30. So question number 30 is what? Now 30, I want to know what you do. Is it already it was you? I know the eh, question number 30 is what? Question number 30 is what? Is C. So 30 is C. Is C. Is C. 30 is C. Alright, so 30 is C. Yes, is C. Is C. Obviously media work. Found where why? Okay, but and to question number 30 is C. So the worker's personal history. So at the study phase, we just collect their demography. Are you okay? So their name, their age, their gender, marital status, blah blah blah. Are you okay? But we don't go into their personal history because personal history is what is when we are doing the diagnosis. Are you okay? So at the diagnosis or at the diagnostics phase, that is where we do the personal history. That's where we let them go deeper. Okay. All right. 31. 31 says that the diagnosis phase in casework involves. So, what is the best option for question number 31? Question number 31. 31 is what? What's the answer for question number 31? 31. Please, let's be hurry. The questions are quite lengthy, so we can finish on time. Question number 31. The diagnosis phase in casework involves. Question number 31. So, it involves what? So it involves finding out the extent of their problem and determining the actual problem. Okay, so 31 is B. Okay, so I see Deborah. This is the first time seeing Deborah commenting. I've seen Lordina. I've seen Mandy, Rahina, Laurentia, Gladys. So it's B. We are all correct. All right. Question number 32. So you see, this is basically the slides that we are learning. You see what we are doing is like we are learning the slides. Are you okay? All right. 32 says that in the diagnosis phase, the worker determines whether the problem is dash or dash. So what is the best answer for question number 32? So at the diagnosis phase, the worker determines whether the problem is what? 32 is what? Is B. So at the diagnosis phase, we determine whether the problem is intrapersonal or interpersonal problem. Whether the problem is stemming within the individual or is affecting other people surrounding what? The individual. So 32 is also B. All right. 33. 33 says that the treatment phase, that is the last phase of case where it focuses on. So what does the treatment phase focuses on? The treatment phase, what does it focus on? Treatment phase. Question number 33. 33 is what? Treatment focus on what? So treatment focus on what? All right, so I've seen Sahada saying B, Joshua says C, Mandy says C, Christy says C, Gladys says C, Law says C, Lika says C. All right. So the best option for question number 33 is what? Is C. So as treatment, we find different solutions and enabling what the client to solve the problem. So that is what goes on at the treatment phase. Okay. All right. So please, can you make sure you like the session if you just joined? All right. Okay. Now, question number 34. 34 says that an action plan in the treatment phase is developed based on. So, how do we develop an action plan at the treatment phase? 34. So, what is the best option for question number 34? So if you want to draw an action plan, what is it based on? What is or what does the action plan based on? If you want to draw an action plan, what is its foundation? Okay, so an action plan is based on the study and assessment finding. So what we found at the study phase and also during the assessment, that is what we draw the plan on. Okay, so the option number C, that's is the best option for question number 34. All right. Now 35. 35 says the professional representative. That is the last P. Remember, we have five P's. The last P is what? Professional representative. In casework is also known as. So the professional representative in casework is also known as what? So 35 is what? What's the best option for for question number 35? 35 is what? Please, I'm saying that if we should add the question number to our answer so that we know. You see, it's a chart. Sometimes it delays. So let's say question number this, then you add the option so that we know. Okay. All right. So I can see Agnes saying 35 is B. All right. Dave say 35 is B. Gladys say 35 is B. Law say 35 is B. So according to casework, professional representative, okay, is also known as the case worker. The case worker. All right. Case worker. All right. 36. 36 says that in many countries, the minimum qualification required for a professional level caseworker is what? So in many countries, what is the minimum qualification that is required for a professional level caseworker? What is the best option for question number 36? So in many countries, what is the minimum qualification required for a professional level caseworker? So in many countries, the minimum qualification is what? Is Masters in Social Work. That's MSW. So MSW is the answer for question number 36. That is C. Okay, MSW. So Masters in Social Work. All right. Question number 37. So 37 says that the case work process idea stems from a natural human process known as. So what natural human process was the term or was the idea casework stem from? So the casework process stem from a natural human process known as what? What is the best option for option number 37? 37. 37 is what? Question number 37 is what? 37 is what? Please let's be hurry on. So we go on. See the questions are plain, as I said. So let's do it so that we can go on time. So 37 is B. So the problem solving process. 37 is B. Now 38. 38 says that the process of casework is linked or likened to the process of what? Dash. The process of casework is likened to the process of what? So the best option for option 38 is what? Is a medical doctor. So 38 is B. 38 is B. 38 is B. Yes, 38 is B. Now 39. In the study phase, in the study phase, which of the following components is included? So what do we include in the at the study phase? So 39. 39. So at the study phase, the component that's included is what? Is the personality, the reaction patterns, the emotional problems, the eating and sleeping habits of the client. So 39 is what? Is C. 39 is C. 39 is C. In the study phase, so 39 is C. Okay, 39 is C. 39 is C. Right. Okay. Question number 40. So 40 says that the concept of process in casework, it concerns with two kinds of problem. The concept of casework, it concerns with two kinds of problem. Which of the following represents both kinds of problem? So when we say process, it represents some two kinds of problem. So what is the best option for question number 40? 40 is what? 40 is what? 40 is what? 40 is what? 40. So 40 is A, replacing discomfort with comfort or seeking greater satisfaction. 40 is A. 40 is A. Now we are done with the section C. Okay. Now we are moving on to section D. Section D is on social work assessment. Social work assessment. So question number 41. Question number 41 is that social work assessment is best defined as. So what is the best definition of social work assessment? So what option best explain or best define social work assessment? What option best explain it? Number 40. 40 is what? Sorry, 41 rather. 41 is what? So 41 is B. So when we say assessment is the process in which objective and subjective information are used to identify what? A high priority problems or assets affecting a common good. So 41 is B. 41 is B. Now 42. 42 says that in social work assessment, who must be interviewed apart from the client? So apart from the client, who must be interviewed? That's 42. In social work assessment, who must be interviewed apart from the client? So 42 is also what? Is also B. 42 is B. So other significant parties knowledgeable about the client's background. So 42 is B. 42 is B. 42 is B. Now 43. 43 says that biological assessment. Biological assessment refers to the assessment of the biological assessment refers to assessment of the. So 43 is what? So when we say biological assessment, is when we are assessing the physical health components and also of a broader bio what? Psychosocial assessment. So 43 is what? Is B. 43 is also B. 43 is also B. Okay, 43 is also B. All right. Now 44. 44. 44 states that biological assessment help us to understand dash. So biological assessment help us to understand dash. Okay, so 44. So biological assessment help us to understand how the body influences the mental and the social well-being to guide holistic care planning. Okay, so 44 is also B. 44 is also B. All right. 45. 45. 45 says that, or 45 states that, which of the following is not a component of the biological assessment? Which of the following is not a component of the biological assessment? So we are looking at options like medical history, substance use, family medical history, education and employment history. So what option best explain the question number 45? So 45 is what? 45. So 45, the best option is what? Is D. So the medical or the biological assessment does not include one education and employment history. So 45 is D. 45 is D. Okay. 46. 46 is that in biological assessment, current physical health refers to. So when we say current physical health in biological assessment, what are we referring to? So in biological assessment, current physical health refers to what? So 46. So 46 is also B. So any recent health concerns or symptoms. 46 is what? Is B. 46 is B. 46. So Chrissy, I can see Chrissy saying B, Rahim says B, Mandy, Joshua. So we are all correct. All right. 47. 47 says that family medical history in biological assessment is important because it helps us to do what? So what does the family medical history help us, or what's the relevance of the family medical history in biological assessment? So 47 is what? 47 is what? So 47, biological, family medical history help us to. So the best answer is what? To identify potential genetic predispositions. So 47 is B. 47 is B. 47 is B. Okay, I can see Dave, I can see Tion, I can see Mavis. Yeah, I can see Adoma, I can see. Yeah, I think that is the chat I have now. Okay, okay. 48. You said the psychological assessment component. That's the psychological assessment component that examines past diagnosis and treatment is called the psychological assessment component that examines past diagnosis and treatment is called 48 is what? 48 is what? 48. 48 is what? 48 is C. 48 is C. Mental health history. Mental health history. So 48 is C. Mental health history. 49. 49 says that in psychological assessment, cognitive functioning refers to. In psychological assessment, cognitive functioning refers to. So when we say cognitive functioning in under psychological assessment, what are we referring to? 49. What is the best option for question number 49? So when we say cognitive function, we are referring to what? Cognitive abilities, memory, and also thought processes. So 49 is also C. 49 is also C. So I can see Joshua, Rahi, I can see Adoma, I can see Mandy, yes, Law, I can see Grace. Yes, so we are all correct. All right, now 50. 50 state that the Myers-Briggs type indicator, that's the MBTI, the Myers-Briggs type indicator is A. So 50 is what? So the options are projective test, B, force choice self-report inventory, C, clinician administered behavioral skill, D, biological screening tool. So what's the best option for question number 50? So 50 is what? 50 is what? So the Myers-Briggs type indicator is what? It's a force choice self-report inventory. So 50 is B. 50 is B. 50 is B. Now 51. 51. 51 reads the MBTI classifies individuals along how many theoretically independent dimensions. So the MBTI, okay, classifies individuals along how many theoretically independent dimensions. So what the best option for question number 51? 51 is what? So the MBTI classifies individuals along how many dimensions? So 51 is what? 51 is C. So four different dimensions. 51 is C. 51 is C. 51 is C. 51 is C. Okay. 51 is C. Okay. Now 52. 52 says that which of the following is not one of the four dimensions of MBTI? So which of the following is not one of the dimensions of MBTI? 52. So extroverted is one dimension, introverted is also another dimension, sensation is also another dimension, but then we don't have aggression. Okay, so 52 is D. 52 is D. 52 is D. Now 53, the Beck Depression Inventory, that's the BDI, consists of how many items? The Beck Depression Inventory consists of how many items? So 53 is what? 53 is what? What's the option for question number 53? So the Beck Depression Inventory consists of how many items? 53 is what? How many items? 53. So 53 is C. 53 is C. 53 is C. Okay, that is 21 items. This one is in our slides. All right. 54. 54 says that the BDI, that's the Beck Depression Inventory, is presented in which format? So what format is BDI presented in? So the BDI is presented in what format? So the 54 is what? Is B. Is B. So BDI, that's the back depression inventory, is presented in what? In a multiple choice format. So 54 is B. 54 is B. Okay, 54 is B. All right. Now 55. 55. So 55 says that the BDI, that's the back depression inventory, is designed to assess depression in, so the BDI is designed to assess depression in, so what the answer for question number 55? 55. 55. 55 is what? It's C. 55 is C. So adolescents and adults. 55 is C. Okay. Now 56. 56 says that the Minnesota Multifaceted Personality Inventory, that is the MMPI, Minnesota Multifaceted Personality Inventory, consists of how many statements? So how many statements does the MMPI consist of or made up of? So 56 is what? 56 is what? 56 is what? The answer for question number 56. 56 is C. 56 is C. That is 550. 500 and what? 50. All right. 57. 57 says that how many statements is, sorry, how many statements in the MMPI are repeated? So in the MMPI, how many statements are repeated? So 57. 57 is what? Is C. So with the MMPI, the repeated statements are 16. So 16. So 57 is C. 57 is C. 57 is C. Okay. Please, if you just joined the session, make sure you like the session. Okay. Kindly like the session when you join. And you haven't subscribed, make sure you do as well. All right. Now 58. 58 state that the MMPI is primarily designed for the assessment of, the MMPI is primarily the assessment of. So what is the role of the MMPI? What does it do? Okay, so the MMPI, that's 58. It's what? It is used in psychopathology. So 58 is B. 58 is B. Psychopathology. 58 is B. Okay, 58 is B. Now 59. So 59 is the one that came in your mid semester. The research in blocks. Okay, this one came in your mid semester. Some people are saying butterfly and other things, Charlie. That's the research in block. Okay, so the research in block test is classified as, so 59. The research in block test is classified as, what is the best option for question number 59? 59 is what? 59 is what? So with question number 59, the answer is C. C. One of the most widely used projective tests. So the research in block test is one of the most widely used projective tests. Okay, that is what? 59. That is C. Now 60. 60 says that social assessment include which of the following components? So if you are doing social assessment, what of these components includes in social assessment? So 60. So 60 is what? 60 is B. So when we are doing social assessment, we do social history, education, employment, cultural factors, and also the life stresses. Okay. So 60 is B. 60 is B. 60 is B. Please, I hope we are going with the rhythm of how we are going, right? I hope it's fine, right? Are we getting the how we are doing it? Please, are we getting how we are doing it? Okay, that's 60. Now that is all for the section D. Now section E. Section E is what? Is the helping process and evaluation. The helping process. That's section E. Now, question number 61. Social work should enhance human well-being by alleviating all of the following except social work should enhance human well-being by alleviating all the following except. So the options are poverty, oppression, ambition, other form of social injustice. So what is the best option for question number 61? So 61 is what? Is C. 61 is C. That is what? Ambition. So ambition is the best option for question number 61. So that is C. That is C. Question number 62. 62 state that which of the following measures, which of the following measures focuses on the timely provision of services to vulnerable people before problems develop? Which of the following measures focuses on the timely provision of services to vulnerable people before problem develops? So we have remediation, restorative, preventive, and rehabilitative. So the best, so before, if you are providing an intervention to prevent something, even the problem develop, it it simply means that we are utilizing what? The preventive measures. Okay, so with the preventive measures, we are trying to prevent the thing from even occurring or even happening. So 62 is C. 62 is C. 63. Which of the following is an example of a preventive social work program? Which of the following is an example of what? A preventive social work program. So which of the following is an example of a preventive social work program? So what is the best option for question number 63? 63. So when we say preventive social work program, what is the best option for this question? 63. 63 is what? 63 is C. That's what premarital and pre-retirement programs. So that is what? Option C. All right. Now 64. Restorative measures in social work 62. So if we are putting restorative measures in place, what are we trying to do? That is 64. So A says that prevent problems before they arise, which is very, very false, okay? Which is very false. B says that eliminate social problems from the community. C says that restore social function impaired by physical or mental difficulties. So 64 is what? 64 is C. 64 is C. 64 is C. All right. Now 65. 65 says that which group of clients needs to relearn behaviors that are socially deemed abnormal? Which group of clients needs to relearn behaviors that are socially deemed abnormal? So which group of clients needs to relearn something? If they are trying to relearn something, it means they are being classified under which group, please? So 65 is what? Is C. So remedial group. So remediative group or the remediative process is when someone is trying to what? Relearn something. So the remedial group is the best option. That is what? C. So 65 is C. All right. 66. 66 state that remediation in social work. Remediation in social work entails, so remediation, what are we trying to say? So 66. So remediation in social work entails the elimination or amelioration of what? Existing social conditions. So 66 is B. 66 is B. So when we say remediation in social work, it entails the elimination or amelioration of what? Existing social conditions. 66 is B. All right. 67. The helping process consists of how many main phases? 67. This one there, I want you to tell me the answer. 67. The helping process consists of how many phases? How many phases has the helping process? 67. How many phases? So the helping process has how many phases? So 67 is what? I'm waiting for your answer. So Joshua says B. Joshua says B. Who again? Joshua says B. Who again? Law says C. Adama says B. Gladys says B. Agnes says C. Now you're having BC. BC as the answers. Okay. Maybe says B. All right. So the helping process social casework consists of three main phases. Okay, so the answer for question number 67 is B. Is three main phases. Okay, is B. 67 is B. All right. So the three main phases. So you see the question number 28. 68 is even given the answer to the question number 67. The three main phases of the helping process are. So what are the three main phases? Now this one I want you to tell me. 68 is what? 68. 68 is what? What are the three main phases of the helping process? 68 is what? 68 is what? Someone is saying B. It is not B. Okay. The B is for the H.H. Perlman, and that is not under the helping process. Make sure you make sure you look at it very well. Okay. So 68 is not B. Okay, 68. When we say the helping process, that is exploration, okay, implementation and termination. That is the helping process. So 68 is actually what? C, not B. Please, I beg. All right. 69. 69 says that phase one of the helping process involves, what is phase one? So phase one involves, so that's the exploration phase. What involves or what entails at the exploration phase? So at the exploration phase, what we do there is that we do engagement and also what? Assessment. Okay. So 69 is what? Is B. 69 is B. 69 is B. 69 is B. Okay. 69 is B. And 68 is C. 68 is C and 69 is B. Okay. Okay. So that is it. Now 70. 70 says that phase one of the helping process is aimed at. Phase one of the helping process is aimed at. So 70. 70. Phase one of the helping process is aimed at. So 70 is what? Resolving client problem and promoting problem solving skills. So 70 is B. Okay. 70 is B. 70 is B. 70 is B. All right. Now let's move on. 71. 71 state that which of the following is a function of a phase one of the helping process? Now, which of the following is a function of the phase one of the helping process? So phase one is what? Which of the following is a function? So at the phase one, we do exploration. So we explore client problems by eliciting data and what? Environmental factors. So 71 is B because phase one is exploration. 71 is B. 71 is B. All right, 72. Referrals in the helping process should be made when? So when should we make referrals? When should we make referrals? 72. When should we make referrals? So he says when the social worker feels bored, when immediate safety is needed, when the client disagrees with the social worker, when the case has reached its 5-year mark. So when do we do referral? 72. When do we do referral? So when we need what? A specialist services. So when a specialist service is needed, so 72 is B. 72 is B. Okay, so I can see Abina, can see Ama, I can see Chris, can see Mandy, Agnes, right? All right. So that is 72. All right. 73 said phase two of the helping process begin by. So what is phase two? What does it begins with? So phase two begins by what? So 73. So it begins by dissecting the goal into general tasks to identify general strategies. So 73 is B. Okay. 73 is B. 73 is B. 73 is B. Okay. 73 is B. 74. 74 says that phase three, that is termination and evaluation of the helping process, involves phase three involves also when we say termination evaluation, what are we trying to say? So 74 is what? 74 is B. So when we are assessing whether the client goals have been successfully attained and not sustaining change. So 74 is also B. 74 is also B. Okay, 74 is B. All right. Yes, exactly. Dave, I can see you. Mandy, Abina, Law, Ag. I can see you are all correct. Okay, 75. 75. He said formative evaluation in social work is performed. So when do we perform formative evaluation in social work? When do we perform formative evaluation? Evaluation. So 75 is what? 75 is B. So formative evaluation is performed before a new program or activity is developed. That is what? That is a formative evaluation. So evaluation that is performed before a new program is developed is what? Formative evaluation. So that is B. 75 is B. All right. 76. Summative evaluation focuses on. So when you say summative evaluation, it focuses on what? 76. 76 is what? Is B. Determining a program's effectiveness and examining its outcomes. So 76 is also B. Okay. 76 is also B. 76 is also B. Okay. All right. 77. 77. 77. So 77 says that cost benefit analysis in social work program evaluation. Okay. So when we say cost benefits analysis in social work evaluation, what are we trying to say? So with cost benefits analysis in social work program evaluation, what are we trying to say? So we are trying to say we are quantifying program benefits and costs in monetary terms to assess efficiency. Okay. So 77 is C. 77 is C. Okay, 77 is C. That's great. Yes. Joshua, that's correct. Amma, that's fine. Law 77 is rather C. Okay, it's rather C. All right. 78. 78. He said that a psychological evaluation takes a holistic look at the client what? So if you are doing a psychological evaluation, what area of the client are we interested inside? Are we focused at? So if you are doing psychological evaluation, we are focused on what? 78 on the mental, the physical, and the emotional health of the client. So 78 is B. Okay, 78 is B. All right. 79. 79. 79 says that self-evaluation in social work practice. Self-evaluation in social work practice can be done dash. So when can we do self-evaluation? 79. So we can do self-evaluation in the middle of an intervention as a precursor to termination. So 79 is B. 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 Now 80. 80. 80 says that program evaluation in social work ensures that program evaluation in social work ensures that, so the best answer for question number 80 is B. Is B. So it ensures that services provided are positively impacting the group they are meant to serve. Okay. So 80 is also B. 80 is also B. Yes, Abna. So that is it. Yeah. So that is it. That is it. Yeah. Yeah, Dave. Yeah. Okay. So that is all for the helping process. Okay. Now we are moving on to session F. Session F is what? Interviewing and documentation. Interviewing and documentation. Now, 8.1 says that in social work, interviews are best described as. So, what are interviews in social work? Okay. Now, the option for question number 81 is what? What's the best option for question number 81? So 81 is B. So interviews are what? Are a purposeful conversation between practitioner and client that are designed to facilitate what? A cooperative working relationship. So 81 is also B. 81 is B. Okay. 81 is B. 81 is B. All right. 82. 82. 82. So 82 state that which of the following is not a focus of a social work interview? So which of the following is not a focus of social work interview? So the option is what? Is C. So in social work interview, we don't focus on the worker's personal goal, okay? Because the interview is always just on the client. So the worker, your goal is not part of the interview, okay? So 82 is C. 82 is C. 83 says that what does the SOAP stand for? Okay, what does SOAP stand for? That's SOAP, in progress documentation. So when you say SOAP, what is SOAP? What does it stand for? The SOAP. 83. What's the best answer for question number 83? 83. So SOAP stands for what? For subjective, objective assessment and plan. Okay, so SOAP is B. Subjective, objective assessment and what? And plan. So that's B. All right. Now, 84. In SOAP documentation, the subjective component refers to what? When we say subjective component, it refers to what in SOAP documentation? So subjective means, so 84 is what? 84 is what? Subjective means information provided by the client, okay? So typically not measurable. So 84 is C. 84 is C. 84 is C. Okay, 85. Which of the following is an example of a subjective SOAP item? Which of the following is an example of a subjective SOAP, that's SOAP item? So 85. 85 is what? Is C. 85 is C. 85 is C. Okay, 85 is C. 85 is C. So that is pain, nausea, or tingling reports reported by what? By the client. That is the what? Subjective. Okay. Now, 86 is what? The objective component of the SOAP format includes, when we say objective, what are we trying to say? So 86 is what? 86 is B. So observable behavior, quantifiable, and what? Measurable data. So 86 is B. 86 is B. 86 is B. Okay. 86 is B. Now 87. 87. So 87 says that in the SOAP format, in the SOAP format, the assessment section involves, in the SOAP format, the assessment section involves, that is 87. So in a SOAP format, the assessment section involves pulling together subjective and objective findings in a short assessment. So the option for question number 87 is what? Is C. 87 is C. 87 is C. 87 is C. Okay, 87 is C. 88. Now, with the question number 88, it says that the plan in what? In the SOAP documentation must be. So if we say plan, what does it represent or what does it stand for? So the plan is what? So 88 is B. It's outlined based on the assessment and include both short and long-term plans. So 88 is what? Is B. 88 is B. Now 89. 89 is what? He said at the beginning of an interview focuses on all the following except. The beginning stage of an interview focuses on all the following except. So that's 89. So 89 is what? 89 is what? Is C. So except implementing all treatment plan, because at the beginning of interviews we don't implement. Okay, we don't implement. So 89 is what? Is C. 89 is what? Is C. 89 is C. 89 is C. 89 is C. Now for what? Question number 90. 90. So 90 says that during the middle stage of an interview, during the middle stage of an interview, the social worker and client, they do something there. So in the middle of the interview, the practitioner and the client, they do something. That's question number 90. So in the middle of the interview, they create a contract agreement about what they will attempt what together to address. So 90 is what? 90 is B. 90 is B. 90 is because in the middle of the interview, we always go on what? A contract agreement. So 90 is B. All right. 91. 91 states that the interviewing technique of interpretation involves, the interviewing techniques of interpretation involves. So 91 is what? 91 is B. So when we say interpretation is when we are pulling together patterns of behavior to get a new understanding based on what the client presents. That is what interpretation. So that is what option B. So 91 is B. 91 is B. 91 is B. 91 is B. Okay. Now 92. 92 says that universalization. So universalization in interviewing techniques refers to. So when we say universalization, what are we trying to what? Refer to? So universalization refers to what? The generalization or normalization of a client presenting behavior. So 92 is B. 92 is B. 92 is B. 92 is B. Okay. 92 is B. 92 is B. 92 is B. 93. Now says that clarification as an interviewing technique means the social worker must do something. So when we say clarification, what are we trying to say? And it's a technique. So clarification means that the social worker must reformulate the problem in the client's own words to ensure mutual understanding. Okay. So 93 is B. 93 is B. 93 is B. All right. Now 94. 94 is talking about reframing and relabeling. So reframing and relabeling as an interviewing technique involves what? So if you are reframing and if you are relabeling, what are we trying to do or what are we doing? So that's question number 94. Okay. So if you are reframing and we are relabeling, it means that the social worker is stating the problem in a different way so that the client can see possible solutions. Okay. So 94 is B. 94 is B. 94 is B. 95. Active listening in social work interview involves this one that we know it. It means attentive listening by asking open-ended questions. So 95 is also B. 95 is B. 95 is B. 95 is B. 95 is B. Okay, 95 is B. Okay, 96. 96. In interviews, in interviews, silence by the social worker serves to. In interviews, silence by the social worker serves to what? So 96 is also, so when the social worker becomes silent, it means that the social worker show acceptance of client's feelings and promote what? Introspection. So 96 is what? It's B. 96 is B. 96 is B. Okay. 96 is B. All right. 97. 97 state that exhibiting desirable facial expression during interview includes, so if you are exhibiting a desirable facial expression, what are we trying to talk about? It includes what? Direct eye contact if culturally appropriate with warmth and concern. So 97 is B. 97 is B. 97 is B. Okay, 97 is B. 97 is B. All right. 98. 98 state that what does an informed consent form in social work primarily ensure? So when there's an informed consent form, the clients are informed of certain provisions of services and consent before receiving the services. So 98 is also B. 98 is B. 98 is also B. Okay, 98 is also B. Now 99. 99. 99 states that it says a consent for release of information is required before, so a consent for release of information is required before releasing any information about a client to a third party. So 99 is C. 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 All right. Now 100. 100. 100. So 100 reads an advanced directive in social work what? So it said an advanced directive in social work communicates. So in social work, when we say an advanced directive, what are we trying to say? So in social work, an advanced directive means the wishes of the client at the end of life. So an advanced directive means the wishes of the client at the end of life. So 100 is C. 100 is C. 100 is C. 100 is C. Please, are you following? Are you following? Are you following? Are you following? All right. All right. So I can see Mandy saying C, Gladys saying C. All right. I can see maybe Millicent. All right. All right. So the session G is facilitative conditions and self-disclosure. As I told you, I've intentionally grouped the questions under each lecture so that if you are going through, it becomes very easy for you. Okay. So the videos will be still on the online, so you can access it before you write the exam to familiarize yourself with the questions so that if you meet similar, you know that okay, this one I'm going with this one. Okay. All right. Now 101. This one is like FMO. 101.5 Ash, the number one, second to none. Okay. So 101. 101 is it says that developing a productive working relationship with client requires what condition? So if we are developing a productive working relationship with client, what condition does it require? Okay. Okay, for the questions, as I said, what we are going through on the channel, you can still come to the channel and access it. It will still be there, okay? Yeah, it will still be there. So you can still come to the channel and just come and review it. All right. So 101 says that developing a productive working relationship with clients requires what conditions? So that's what question number 101. And 101 is B. So it requires facilitative conditions. 101 is B. 101 is B. Okay, 101 is B. Okay, 102. Which of the following is not one major facilitative condition identified in this course? So which of the following is not one of the major facilitative conditions identified in the course? So you see, we have empathy, we have authenticity, we have respect, we have authority. So which one is not part of the facilitative conditions? So 102 is what? Is D. Is D. Okay, is D, not B. B is part of it. So D is the answer. So D is the answer. Okay. Authority wasn't part of it. It's not a major one. It's not part of it. But empathy is part. Authenticity is part. Respect is also part. Okay. 103. Empathetic communication involves the social worker's ability to. So what we say, a social worker has empathy. What are we trying to say? So it means that the social worker has the ability to perceive accurately and sensitively the inner feelings of the client and communicate understandings of those feelings. You get it? So question number 103, the answer is what? The answer is B. The answer is B. Yes, 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 yes. Millicent, as yeah, I can see Millicent, Dave, Gladys, Mandy. So that is it. 104. 104. Empathy in social work should be communicated in a language. So what language must we communicate empathy? 104. 104 is what? Is B. So empathy must be communicated in what? In an attuned to the client experiencing of what? Of the moment. So you look at the client moment before what? You communicate the empathy. Okay. So 104 is what? Is B. All right. 105. 105 reads that in mandated circumstances, empathy functions too. So what is the function of an empathy? 105. So the function of empathy is to reduce the level of threat perceived by clients and create an atmosphere conducive to what behavior change. So 105 is also B. 105 is also B. All right. 106. Reciprocal empathy is important because, so what is the importance of what? Reciprocal empathy? So when we say this empathy is reciprocal, what are we trying to say? So reciprocal empathy is important because, so 105, right? Oh, sorry, I think 106 rather, 106. Okay. So with the 106, reciprocal empathy is important because it ensures a balance between clients and social workers in the helping relationship. So 106 is also B. 106 is B. 106 is B. Okay. 107. 107. 107. Authenticity in social work is best defined as authenticity in social work is best defined as so when we say authenticity, what are we trying to? What's the definition of authenticity? Okay, so 107. So when we say authenticity, is what? Is the sharing of self by relating in a natural, sincere, and also spontaneous, open, and a genuine manner. It means you are authentic. So 107 is B. 107 is B. When we say you are authentic, it means that you are sincere, you are open, you are genuine. It means you are authentic. Okay, so 107 is B. Is B. All right. 108. Self-disclosure. Self-disclosure in social work refers to. So when we say self-disclosure, what are we trying to talk about? So it refers to what? Sharing with clients of opinions, thoughts, feelings, and what personal experiences. So the practitioner, when the social worker is sharing their personal experiences with their client, that is what that is self-disclosure. So 108 is what? Is B. 108 is B. All right. 109. He said, which of the following is a key indicator of authenticity? Which of the following is a key indicator of authenticity in social work? What? In a social worker or as a social worker? So what will let us know that this social worker is authentic? Okay. So when a social worker is authentic, then it means that that social worker relates personally so that expressions are spontaneous and verbalizations are congruent with actual feelings and thoughts. It means that the social worker is spontaneous. Okay. So 109 is B. 109 is B. 109 is B. 109 is B. Okay. Okay. Now 110. 110. 110 says that authentic social workers relate to client by. So how does an authentic social worker relate to a client? So they relate to a client by expressing their feelings and assuming responsibility for them. So 110, that's 110 is what? Is B. So when you are authentic, you express your feelings and you assume responsibility for them. So 110 is B. 110 is B. 110 is B. 110 is B. All right. 111. That one we see 666, right? 111. That's 111. Which of the following is an indicator that the helping relationship is going well? So what will let us know that the helping relationship with the client is going well? That's 111. And the answer is what? Is B. When the client frequently attend appointments and claims therapeutic what? Improvement. Because if a client comes to you the first day and the client didn't like you, they will not come to the second session. Okay. But then if the session is going well, they will come to all the sessions that you've given to them. So 111 is what? Is B. Is B. Is B. Now 112, that's 112. In the paradigm of responding authentically, in the paradigm for responding what? Authentically, specific feelings of want described. If you want to respond what? Authentically, specific feelings of want describes, that's 112. So the best answer for 112 is what? Is when the social worker experiences frustration. Okay, that is, there's a paradigm shift for you being authentic when the social worker experiences frustration. Okay, that's the answer for 112. So that is B. 112 is B. 113. Respect in social work practice. Respect in social work practice is considered dash. So when we say what is respect? So respect is when an all-encompassing and foundational theme that confirms or that affirms the inherent dignity. So respect means dignity. So whenever you see dignity anywhere, we are talking about respect. So 113 is what? Is B, because there is dignity there. Okay, that's B. All right. 114. He said two types of self-disclosure identified in social work are. So what are the two types of self-disclosure? What are the two types of self-disclosure? That is 114. What are the two types of self-disclosure? Now, the two types of self-disclosure are self-evolving statement and personal self-disclosure messages. So 114 is B. 114 is B. 114 is B. All right. 115. 115. 115 states that self-evolving statement in social work includes messages that. So when we say self-evolving statement, what does it include? So it includes messages that expresses the social worker's personal reaction to the client during a session. So 115 is B. 115 is B. That explains a self-involving statement. Okay, 115 is B. 115 is B. 116. 116 says that personal self-disclosure messages. Personal self-disclosure messages centers on. So when we say a personal self-disclosure messages, it centers on struggles or problems. So personal self-disclosure messages always centers on struggles and problems of the social worker. So 116 is what? Is B. 116 is B. 116 is B. Okay. 117. 117 reads, which of the following is a reason for judicious use of personal self-disclosure? Which of the following is a reason for a judicious use of personal self-disclosure? Okay, so 117. So if we say that we have judiciously used our self-disclosure well, then it means that it may what undermine the confidence of the client and divert attention from the client to what to problems. So 117 is B. 117 is B. 117 is B. So if we don't use social disclosure well, it may undermine the confidence of the client. Okay, so 117 is B. 118. Which of the following is an appropriate self-disclosure topic in social work? 118. So the appropriate self-disclosure topic in social work is what? Is common hobbies. Common hobbies. So 118 is D. 118 is D. Now in self-disclosure, we don't talk about politics. In self-disclosure, we don't talk about religion. In self-disclosure, we don't talk about family issues, but then we talk of what? Common hobbies. So 118 is D. 118 is D. 118 is D. 119. 119. 119. 119. It said premature self-disclosure is dangerous because premature self-disclosure is dangerous. 119. 119 states that, okay, 119 states that premature self-disclosure, premature self-disclosure is dangerous because, so 119, so it's dangerous because it threatens clients and lead to emotional retreat in a vital stage. So 119 is B. 119 is B. 119 is B. Now 120. 120. 120. So with 120, it says that social workers should avoid sharing personal feelings until they have established. Social workers should avoid sharing personal feelings until they have established. So 120. 120 is what? So until they have established a rapport and trust with the client. So 120 is B. 120 is B. 120 is B. 120 is B. Now I think we are on the last session, then I think that will be all. So session H is on transference, counter-transference, and clinical concepts. Transference, counter-transference, and clinical what? Concepts. So that is session H. So transference, counter-transference, and what? Clinical concepts. So that's session H. Okay. Now 121 says that transference in social work is best described as. So what is transference? So when we say transference, what is it best described as? So transference in social work is best described as what? Transference in social work is best described as what? So when we say transference, it's best described as what? 121. So it's a phenomenon in which the client redirects feelings for other what? Onto the social worker. So 121 is B. 121 is B. Now 122. Transference stems from. Transference stems from. So what does transference come from? 122. 122. So transference stems from past feelings and interventions with other transferred but into the current social worker. So 122 is C. 122 is C. 122 is C. 122 is C. 123. Who first described the and acknowledged the importance of transference for understanding a client's feelings? 123. Who first described and acknowledged the importance of transference for understanding a client's feeling? So 123 is what? 123 is what? 123 is C. Sigmund Freud. So Sigmund Freud first acknowledged the importance of transference in what? In social work. Okay, in understanding client feelings. So 123 is C. Is C. Okay. 124. Counter transference refers to. Are you okay? So the redirection of a social worker's feeling towards a client. So 124 is B. 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 Okay. 124 is B. Okay. Now 125. 125. It said counter transference involves. So what would be the answer for 125? 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 125. It says counter transference. Counter transference involves. So counter transference involves. That's 125, right? It says counter transference involves. So 125. So 125 is B. So it involves entanglement with the client and feelings evoked in relationship from workers towards the client. So 125 is B. Yes, great. So I can see Lodina, Agnes. So you are all correct. Yes. Gladys, Mavis, Mandy. Yeah. All right. 126. 126. He says counter transference itself is not a bad thing, but problems arise when what? 126. Problems arise when counter transference is ignored by the counselor. So 126 is what? Is B. 126 is B. 126 is B. 126 is B. Okay. All right. 127. Okay, it says that the cycle of violence consists of how many phases? The cycle of violence consists of how many phases? So the cycle of violence consists of three phases. Okay, so 127 is B. 127 is B. 127 is B. 127 is B. Okay. 128. It says in the cycle of violence phase, that is phase one, as tension building is characterized by, so in phase one, which is tension building, is characterized by, so what occurs at the tension building phase? So at the tension building phase, signs of abuse such as verbal argument, anger, and blaming. So at the tension building, that's where insults, argument, anger, blaming comes in. Okay. So 128 is what? Is C. 128 is C. 129. Which phase in the cycle of violence is described as the shortest period where the greatest abuse occurs? Which phase of the cycle of violence is described as the shortest period where the greatest abuse occurs? So 129 is what? Is the phase two. That is the battering incident. So the battering incident phase is the phase that is the shortest period where the greatest abuse what occurs. So that's the battering incident. So that is B. So 129 is what? Is B. Hey, somebody say 130. Charlie, ego eye Joshua. Okay, 130. 130. So 130 says that the honeymoon stage in the cycle of violence corresponding to the honeymoon stage. So which phase of the cycle of violence is classified as the honeymoon stage? So the honeymoon stage is what? Is linked to or correspond to the phase three. That is the loving what? Contrition. So the loving contrition is what? Is the honeymoon stage. So 130 is C. Okay. Now 131. 131. It said the endogenous depression is caused by endogenous depression is caused by endogenous depression is caused by, so 131 is C. So it's caused by biochemical imbalance. So 131 is C. Endogenous depression is caused by biochemical imbalance. So that is what? C. So that 131 is C. 131 is C. 132, the most appropriate treatment for endogenous depression is typically the most appropriate treatment for endogenous depression is what? Typically, so 132 is what? So 132 is C. So medication management. So medication management is used to treat endogenous depression. So 132 is what? Is C. 132 is C. All right. 133. 133. Exogenous depression. So now we are outside. Endo means inside. Now exo means outside, so external. So exogenous depression is caused by that's 133. So exogenous is caused by what? Psychosocial stresses when needs are not being met. So 133 is C. 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 134. 134. 134. He said delusions. Delusions in social work are defined as delusions in social work are defined as. So when we say delusions, so delusions are false fake beliefs. So false fake beliefs are what? Delusions. So 134 is B. That's false fake beliefs. Delusions. So 134 is B. Okay, 134 is B. All right. Now 135. Hallucinations are best described as, so what are hallucinations? So when we say hallucinations, they are perceptions based on one's five senses that are not real. Are you okay? So one senses that are not real, like you're having perception on something that is not real. That is what? That is hallucinations. So 135 is what? It's B. 135 is B. That is what? Hallucinations. Okay. 136. 136 says that when a social worker encounters transference feelings towards a client, the best course of action is to what? So as a social worker, if you are having or if you are experiencing a counter transference towards a client, what's the best course of action? Now, the best course of action is what? Is to talk to a supervisor about the reaction. So you have to always talk to a supervisor that it seems that I'm developing feeling for this client. Okay, so that's what option C. So 136 is C. 136 is C. All right. 137. 137 says that maintaining focus and managing interactions requires the social worker to. So how can the social worker maintain focus and manage interactions? So the social worker can maintain focus and manage interaction by in what? That's the option B. So intervene verbally to halt this functional process and guide participants to interact in more facilitative ways. So 137 is what? Is B. 137 is B. So we can maintain focus by intervening and guiding participants to interact in a more facilitative ways. Okay. All right. 138. 138. The D what? A DNR, that's do not resuscitate. So the DNR, that is the do not resuscitate form, is best described as. So what is a DNR form? So a DNR form is a specialized advance directive that is a legal decision given to a medical personnel. So the best option for 138 is what? Is C. So a DNR form is a specialized advance directive form. So that's option C. So 138 is C. 138 is C. 139. 139 is what? It says that confidentiality in social work involves. So what is confidentiality? What is confidentiality? 139. So when we say confidentiality, is what? Is when the social workers sharing rights and limits of communication with the client, including its limits. So confidentiality involves B. So 139 is B. 139 is B. 139 is B. 139 is B. Okay. All right. 140. 140. It says that the primary purpose of confrontation in social work, as explained by supervisor, is mostly important to. So what is the primary focus of confrontation? If a social worker is confronting a client, what is it or she trying to do? So the primary focus of confrontation is to what? Help the client identify alternative and present what? To present behavior. How the client identify alternative to their present behavior is what? When you are doing confrontation. So 140 is D. 140 is D. 140 is D. Okay. 140 is D. 140 is D. It's not B. Okay. It's D. It's D. 140 is D. Okay. All right. Now the last set, which is 10, the last 10 set of questions, then we are done. So this is applied and integrative questions. Are you okay? So it's an applied question that we are going to talk about. So they are the last 10 questions for this session, then we are done with the session. All right. So it said that social work case management is distinct from other forms of case management because it addresses dash except. So what is the role of social case management? What is the role of social case management? So 141 is what? Is B. So it addresses the need of a client to accept services because they are identified as necessary by the case manager. So 141 is what? Is B. 141 is B. Okay. 142, it says that when evaluating a referral agency, checking for evidence-based practice model is most important because you need to. So when we are evaluating a referral agency, what are we trying to do? Are you okay? So 142, 142 is C. We are trying to verify that services are provided in the most verifiable manner. So before you do a referral to an agency, you have to first of all evaluate that agency to know that they have the requisite knowledge and resources available to help the clients you are referring to that agency. Okay. So 142 is what? It's C. 142 is C. 143. A social worker discovers counter-transference feeling towards a client who is abusive. Which of the following is the best response? Okay. So 143 is D. So whenever there's an issue of a counter-transference, the first option is to talk to your supervisor. So 143 is D. 143 is D. Okay. When a client reviews sexual attraction to the social worker during the session, the best course of action is what? So 144 is what? Is D. So it will accept the revelation, what? The revelation and continuum processing in therapy. So when a client reviews sexual attraction towards the social worker during the session, the best call of action is to accept the revelation and continuum processing in what? In the therapy process. So 144 is D. 144 is D. Okay. 145. It says that a biopsychosocial assessment in social work most comprehensively covers. So if you are doing a biopsychosocial assessment, it means that the assessment is covering the biological, the psychological, and the social dimension of client's life. So 145 is B. 145 is B. 145 is B. Okay. 146. 146 says that in the context of social casework, which scenario best illustrates the use of steady phase? So what is the steady phase? That is what the question is trying to say. What is the steady phase? So at the steady phase, what do we do there? The social worker collects detailed information about the client's history, the problem, and also their family. So that's what option C. So 146 is C. 146 is C. 146 is C. 146 is C. Now 147. 147. 147 says that which of the following best demonstrates the treatment phase of casework? So it's like we are just going back. Okay. So one so at the treatment phase, we draw plans. Okay, we draw plans. So 147 is C. 147 is C. 148. A social worker who uses silence appropriately during an interview is demonstrating. So if a social worker becomes silent in an interview, it means that the social worker is what? Is demonstrating what? Acceptance of the client's feeling. So 148 is C. 148 is C. 148 is C. 149. So a social worker says to a client, I think about the loss you have experienced this year. I am impressed with how you have coped. This is an example of what? So if the social worker is trying to give motivation to the client, what is this demonstrate? So 149 is what? B. So it's demonstrating a self-evolving statement in expressing the social worker's personal reaction to the client. Are you okay? So 149 is B. 149 is B. Now the last question for us to end the session is what? 150. So which of the following best summarizes the role of a professional representative of the 5 Ps? So a professional representative is a trained caseworker with scientific skills and knowledge. So 150 is B. 150 is B. 150 is B. 150 is B. So this is the end of the questions. So as Doc said, in your exam, you will have 120 questions. That is why I intentionally did 150 questions for us to go through. So note that you are going to answer 120 questions. So make sure you read it well. If you don't answer any question, don't waste much time on them, okay? Just move on to the next question. Then if you move on to the next question, you can come back to solve them. But then make sure you always go over the questions before you submit, because sometimes some can last you. Maybe if you were not able to solve question number, let's say question number 8, and now let's say you jump to question number 9 and you solve. If you are shading and you don't take care and you go and shade the answer for question number 9 at 8 because you were not sure of question number 8, so you are leaving it and you said 9 answer to question number 8, note that from 8 going, all the answer will be wrong. Okay, all the answers will be wrong. So let's make sure we do the needful. Okay, let's make sure we do the needful. Make sure you do the needful. Make sure if if you don't even know the answer, maybe you can even shade anything, but you circle it on the question paper that then you write that okay, this question maybe, so you circle and write attend to this question. So if you are going to now, you know that okay, even though you circle question number 8, but you've written attend to this question, meaning that you were not sure with the answer, so you can go. So it's better to shade anything than to leave it and make a mistake to go and shade another question answer to that space, so that all the preceding questions will be what, or all the preceding answers will be wrong. Okay, so make sure you do that. So the questions, as I said, it will be on online, so you can still come and access it anytime that you want. So I said, good luck on your exam, and I know you can do it, because even as we were going through, I like the enthusiasm that you were showing in answering the question. It means that you've really up your game and you are really in to do more. Okay, and I know I believe in everybody or every one of you, because I know you are able and you can do and do it well. Okay, so that is it. So let's kindly make sure and kindly note that these questions are not accessible on your class pages. So this is the only place that you can access it. Okay, because of some concern. So make sure to get that information. Because of some one or two issues, it's not accessible. So make sure you you access it on the online, because that this is the only place you can have it. Okay, all right. So let me see. I wish you all the best. I know you are able. As I said, me, I always have confidence in you guys that you can do it. Okay, so go and make us proud. Okay, go and make us proud. So until then, bye bye. Please, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe to the page before you leave. If you haven't liked, make sure you like the session before you leave. Okay. So I wish you all the best. And I said, don't forget, it's 120 questions. 120 questions. So make sure you up your game, and also you check your time too as well. Okay. All right. So peace.